using a traditional Bushcraft back frame to collect some firewood while passing this forest.
I'll do. Rick T Outdoor Adventure and Billy Dog. Well, we've got Ants along too in his big TP over there. But I'm going to be in the Nightcat lightweight 2-man tent with Billy tonight. But this time we're using a couple of Hazel poles. So these are designed for using with walking poles. It's a trekking tent, a lightweight trekking tent. But I think it's ideal for the forest. Yep, I generally use a type. I love a type. I'll use a type all year round. It's my favourite way, to be fair. But this is a good bit of kit, and I'm going to show you it, and I'll be setting it up just by using a couple of Hazel poles. The optimum height is about 125. I've cut these about 135, and I've given myself a little bit of a marker for the 125 mark. But I've not used them yet like this, but we're going to use them. We're going to set it up with these today. So stick with us. First job, get this down. I'll get my corners down to the same pegs. Good boy, good boy. So each of your corners put on the same pegs, yep, and they're dead easy to adjust. We'll just nip them up so they're nice and snug. Again, the main fly fastens to the same peg, so you can get some separate pegs, which I might do at some stage, but that fastens to the same fly again, the same peg again I should say. So when you're putting these poles in, what I usually do, I'll undo one end, to give it a bit of slack. Undo both ends here, and then I can reach inside. Get it nice and located on that top bit. And then we can peg these sides back out, which will hold it down. Dead simple. So setup wise, dead simple, dead easy, just with them 4 corners really. That's it. It's a good sized tent, plenty of cover. Yep. Nice, fit nice and snug in between these trees in the forest. Using the poles, bang on, dead easy, dead simple. So if you're using it out in the forest, you don't need walking poles, couple of Hazel poles, boom, it's up. Pretty much set up there, 100 litre berg on each side, loads of room in this porch. Billy's bed, got my carving stuff for later, my bed's set up there. Yeah, a few other bits and pieces, loads of room in there. looking alright there, isn't it? And the main man's here as well, hey? He's ready for his dinner. So, we'll get you a bit of dinner on, eh? We'll get you a bit of dinner on. He's a top lad, isn't he, eh? He's a top lad. Yay! Last camper 2023. Always great to be out. How we doing, Billy boy? You alright, big lad? Hey? Good boy. Can't beat these for hot tent camping and stuff like that. Can you? Hey? I won't carry one up a mountain, but yeah, for some canoe trips and this sort of stuff, you can't beat them. Bit of comfort when you're chilling and carving and cooking. Well, it's not going as planned. Doing a bit of carving. Today Ants has done his back in. His back's gone, a long-term injury. So he's had to go. It says hot tent and everything, so that was what we was under tonight, with stove. So I've no tarp. I'd like to have a fire. Obviously I've only got this, it's a long time to hang about in that if the weather goes shit. And I've no tarp or anything because I were relying on, just shows you've got to bring backup stuff, doesn't it? Or relying on being in hot tent under there, being able to carve under if the weather gets crap. So I'm going to have to knock up a bit of a shelter somehow. Not like I say, I'll knock something up. At least if I've got something where I've got a bit of shelter I can sit under and I can get a little fire going. And I don't want to be in there all night if weather goes really crap. You know what I mean? I want to be able to sit out till later on. So let's get on with that. Well, that turned out alright. I was halfway trying to build a natural shelter when Ant's come down with his lads to collect his gear. You know, his blooming stove and all that weighs a ton, doesn't it? Because his back had gone, he come down with his lads to collect his gear, so they've all gone. But he had a tarp which he was going to lie on. That was going to be his flooring tent. So I've got that. So bit of a lifesaver really. I mean, I could have built a natural shelter, would have got it done, but it'd been a bit more graft. But that's gone up easy now. So at least I've got something to chill under tonight. Well, I ain't gonna need as much as this. This is for two of us, but that's a fair out pile, innit? Onions, potatoes and carrots and everything, so I'm gonna do about half. Maybe a little bit more, I could save some for later. Yeah, I could do that and then just warm it up later on. That sounds like a plan actually. Yeah, I'll cook most of it and then I'll warm some up later on for tea as well. Get that on the stove. Ready for a bit of jack bit. Bit of carving while we're cooking. It's gone a bit hard, this wood. I brought it back with me from Canada, this. You know, summertime. So it's dried out a bit, it's a little bit hard really, but there's a few knots in it that I haven't spotted as well. But be nice to get something usable from it, won't it, seeing as it's come all the way from Canada. So while we're cooking, I'll crack on with this. Nice big pile of scran. Oh, hot. Oh, dimmy for now. Got some more for later. I'll just warm up and have a little bit of crusty bread later. A bit more soupy that's left. It'll be nice that later on. Darkness will be on us soon, won't it, Billy? Hey? Next half hour or so it's going to be dark. So we'll get our shit together, eh, Billy? Have a tidy up. Yeah? Head torch is on. Well, my head torch. But yeah, it's going to be on us soon, so I'm going to have a brew now. Have a coffee after my tea. Well, my late dinner. And then I'll be getting, let's say, pots are washed. We'll get straight for night. Last thing we want to be doing is rooting around the dark. Make sure we know where everything is. Get my firewood together. I'll take Billy for a wander. Do a little bit more carving. And yeah, get straight for night. What it's all about, innit? This is that wood that I got with the Rick pack. Yep. Right, staff, just went and got it. So, yeah, gonna need plenty for tonight, I reckon. Well, at least if I've got plenty, gives me the option of sitting out into night, doesn't it? We love it, don't we? And I love my feather sticks. Whether there's enough little ones in here to take a spark or not, we'll soon find out. Hang on. Alright, them little strikers, but yeah. That's better. There. Fingers crossed that's us. Rain's lashing in from that end. I mean, really, I've had to drop this end at tight. It was just blowing it straight in under tight. So I've dropped that end, give me a bit more cover now, keeping fire drier there. But yeah, it's dropped. Weather's dropped in a bit rough for sure. But yeah, this is why we're out here, innit? This is what we enjoy. We enjoy that testing ourselves against the weather, don't we? I mean, it's a piece of cake, innit? But we just enjoy being out here in the elements, don't we? I know I do. I know it's one of the main reasons I do it. Feel the wind on your face, feel the wind on back of your neck, feel the rain lashing against your skin. Cold hands, cold fingers. Yeah, can't beat it. Love it. So yeah, just want to say thanks for all the support in 2023. You know, thanks for joining me on on a good chunk of our adventures. And you know what I mean, I really appreciate it, absolutely. All those comments and what have you, and all the views and likes and what have you. Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's always a funny one whether to just get out and do it and not make a film and what have you. Sometimes we do. You need that space sometimes, don't you? But it's nice to share your adventures as well, and it's always there to look back on as well, innit? But yeah, thanks for all support. Like I say, it's much appreciated from me, Rick T, and Billy Dog. Yeah, thank you. Cheers. Look at the state of it in here. There's absolutely acres of room. Look at the state. Eh? Little Billy down there on his sheepskin. Eh? Absolutely loads of room. Masses of room, isn't there? Eh? It's a true two-manner, isn't it, Billy, eh? Good boy. You make yourself comfortable there, big lad. It's a true two-manner. Anyway, I'm going to get my head down. See you morning. Got the fire going. First brew at morning as well. Hey, Billy Bobs. Hey, mwah. It's a good night's kit. Yeah, fantastic. It was up early doors, 5:30ish. A bit later than that now. We've been chilling out. So, starting to get light. But, yeah, what a great night. I'm warming up my corned beef hash on the stove. I mean, I've got a fire going, but it's one of them, you know, when you get right down to the last bit of gas in your canisters. And hey, and I'm always like, oh, do I throw it away? Do I keep it? So I chucked a couple in I had a bit of room. I chucked a couple in, just thought it'd be nice to make a brew. If we were in hot tent and that, you know, before we spark the stove up, it's nice to have the little gas stove just to make a brew on, innit? So I'm using it just to finish these canisters off. Might as well. But yeah, we'll get a bit of corned beef hash on. Be good that. Nice and warm in that first thing in the morning, eh? So I reckon I'm going to square camp away. So my bit of bushcraft carving from this little trip that's turned into a solo camp. So yeah, it's not quite finished, but I'll get it finished off, and then from my bit of wood from Canada, and hopefully I'll take it back to Canada again one day. We'll know hopefully about it. It'll go back to Canada with me again one day, won't it, hey Billy? Yeah, good boy. So I'm going to get this fire put out, square everything away. I'll see you in a minute. So that's me and Billy done. Hey, thanks for joining us again. Like I say, it's been fantastic to have you along all year. You know what I mean? And all the best for 2024. Yeah. Look after yourselves and have a fantastic year. I'll see you on the other side. Catch you in a bit. See you later. Woo.